Good morning, and it is chest day. By the way, I started wearing my nighttime shirts after I get home from work as just my pajama shirts, so hence the shirt I'm wearing today. It's just a way to save some clothes as opposed to just throwing everything into the hamper. Obviously, I'm going to change out of this into my gym clothes. But today is chest day, and I can't wait for this day to be done because after this long F-wording week, I have a day off tomorrow with quotes around it because there's still an acting class in the evening, but at least I don't have to clock into work that day. And on Saturday, I also have off technically because that's also another class day. But anyway, I'd rather being in class is a little bit more fun than working 9 to 5 or my 9 to 5, which is more of a later in the day. But anyway, today is chest day, and I'm actually going to go to the gym today, get a good pump in.
Is the pump.
But first, I still got to make my pre-workout and all that stuff. And also make my creatine with my pre-workout. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to train chest because this weekend has been such a doozy. I need to get that solid pump today and tomorrow and Thursday and Friday and Saturday and not Sunday because that's rest day, or either Saturday or Sunday is going to be the rest day. Anyway, let me get this pre-workout ready so that way I can get to the gym and then get that pump in after some cardio, because every day is cardio day now, especially after that stress eating I was doing yesterday, which, as I said, no excuse. That's my fault. I'm going to get that under control.
Piece of shit.
Hopefully, though, with those extra calories, I'm going to get a sick pump today.
Is the pump.
Fingers crossed, knock on wood. But let's get this day started. So there's been something that's been on my mind a little bit, and I'm outside in the gym parking lot right now. I was just really frustrated about this thought. Why does it seem like things just aren't coming with the things that they actually need? Now, what do I mean? So check this out. Recently, I bought a Roku, right, for the living room. And you need to plug it into the wall in order for it to turn on. And most things like that now, they don't come with the standard outlet where it's just like one end has the attachment for the attached to Roku, and then it immediately just plugs into the wall. No, they don't have that anymore. They have it so where it's like USB for the Roku, USB for a wall block. Technically, that's not an issue. However, the Roku didn't come with a wall block. Why is that a thing? This isn't like new either. When I bought an Android a while ago, it came with the phone and it did come with a charging cord, but it didn't come with a wall block for me to plug it in to charge. It's like we're going backwards, because I remember a long time ago, iPods and Zunes, if you remember those things, they did not come with the wall block. You had to plug it in. It was like they wanted you to just plug it into the computer to charge your MP3 players and things like that. And that was insane. Like, why? Like, it's going backwards. And a lot of the times they use the excuse of, oh, you already have this, so you don't need it. It's like, no, like, because check this out. If you're just someone who spontaneously just bought a phone out of nowhere, or just wanted a new phone, and you went from flip phone to smartphone, or you're a parent and you're buying your teenage kid a phone because, you know, they did really well in school, they're showing good signs of discipline, or it's just a birthday gift, something like that, and obviously they don't have that wall block, and you don't include it. This is actually insane. It's like they don't give you everything you need with your product, and that is complete garbage. It also doesn't help that, because where is it? I just recently got an iPhone, right? And it does come with a charger, but it's no longer This is just them changing things to be quirky. I cannot think of a reason why they did this outside of them just trying to sell their very specific thing. Both sides of the charging cord are this. It's not this to USB which matches with most wall blocks. It is specifically for that wall block that happened to come with this. I can at least say it came with a wall block at least. I'm still annoyed that Roku didn't come with a wall block with it. Like, why? Why didn't it include that? I had to use one. It wasn't even a spare one. It's one that I actually used to charge my Fitbit in order to plug it in. That's why I don't have my Fitbit on right now because it's charging. And I'm using both of those for two different things. No, that's actually just not okay. It is a ripoff. It's like when you go to a hardware store, right? And the tool says tool only, no battery and charger. It's like, how you expect me to use this tool then? They want you to buy everything separately now. And it's insane that they're doing that. It's just ripping us off. And especially for phones that genuinely come with a cord, for Rokus that genuinely do come with a cord, to not include the wall block with it. If Roku was going to do that, they might as well have just made a cord that's USB to wall. There is no excuse. It is disgusting that they did that. Just making us spend more money. It's not like, I don't even know, does Roku have a deal with production companies that make wall blocks or something like that? To where they get a little bit on the edge too? Because I honestly can't think of a reason. Because this isn't like Poultrygeist Night of the Chicken Dead, where my copy of Poultrygeist Night of the Chicken Dead comes with a movie, comes with a bonus DVD of bonus features that includes Poultry in Motion, as well as the soundtrack. My friends, if Poultrygeist can come with everything, even if you're just getting, because I have the collector's edition, even if you just get the movie in and of itself, even if you're just watching Poultrygeist, it gives you everything you want in a movie. But when I buy a Roku that I'm supposed to plug into the wall for it to work, it doesn't come with everything. That is actually insane, and that is garbage. It's just a ripoff. It's an absolute ripoff. Crap, man.
And no, I'm not crazy, right? There's no way that everything now seems like it is not coming in complete. That's just insanity. No, seriously, I can't be crazy for thinking that that's just not okay. And again, a lot of this does also come down to modern battery-operated power tools or lawn equipment, things like that, because you need a battery and charger to properly use the tool, but it doesn't come with it? Why does it not come with the very basic thing to get it to run? And quite frankly, I don't even care if it's a lower quality battery, just as long as it's a battery that gets the tool to function, to turn on, so I can use it for the basics. I don't need something very high-end to turn on my power tools. And yes, I am well aware there's more to it than that. But it just feels absurd because you're already spending hundreds of dollars on one thing, and then they want you to spend hundreds of dollars more. It's just borderline insanity that they do that. It's a complete ripoff, too. And yes, I'm going to bring up Doom the Dark Ages again because I'm still mad about that. Because it's another example of I'm buying a game and the game is not on the disc. It is, I am buying something and that thing is not coming with all the things on it in order to get to function. And yes, I'm well aware that will download to the system in and of itself, but I shouldn't need to do that. I shouldn't need an internet connection just to play a physical copy of a game. It's like modern technology is advancing, but we're still managing ways to go backwards. And that's just silly, right? And my one friend asked me, "Don't you have extra wall bricks?" And I said, "Yeah, I have a couple, but I shouldn't need extra wall bricks in order to charge my phone, in order to plug my Roku in order to plug my Fitbit in it should come with its own specialized wall brick, or not specialized, but its own wall brick, so I don't have to spend more money or be like, oh, I gotta use a separate wall brick that wasn't meant for this one. I don't know, man. I just really hate wasting money.
And we are now back from the gym. As you can hear, my laundry is going, and hopefully that will be done by the time I get home from work. But anyway, I'm going to make my post-workout shake now. I'm going to chug that. I'm going to go to the store real quick to buy some apples, because I have a feeling that they might try and pull some smeg again at work. And if I get to the point of wanting to panic eat, at least I have a healthy snack to snack on, as opposed to just the junk food that they have there. But I'm hoping that doesn't need to happen. Anyway, let me make this protein shake, get ready for work, go to work, and then come back later and we can have our discussion, and I can put my laundry away and then get ready for tomorrow, because tomorrow I actually have a day off after a long stretch of BS. Anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Peace. And I'm home from work. Not just home from work, but home from Walmart, because I wanted some darn powdered peanut butter, because this is essentially my kryptonite at this point.
Some good fucking food.
And now, for my fun nighttime conversation, I actually wanted to talk about a band that I really like, and that band is Ice Nine Kills. You might be asking, Dolby, do you like Ice Nine Kills? Absolutely. I know some of their early work might be too seen for a lot of people, but really, I always thought they came into their own. Maybe not commercially, but artistically. They have a melodic sensibility that really makes them feel a cut above the rest.
That joke was bad and you should feel bad, you piece of smeg.
Anyway, Ice Nine Kills. They're one of those bands that I feel is a weird fusion of being popular but also underrated, because when we have discussions about the best metalcore bands of all time, it's rare that they get brought up, but I think they're up there. I think they might be one of the best metalcore bands, up there with, Bullet for My Valentine, Killswitch Engage, All That Remains, Under Oath, bands like that. I genuinely think Ice Nine Kills is in the top. They could actually be straight up one of the best, because here's the thing about Ice Nine Kills. Even not good Ice Nine Kills is still good music. And here's the thing, I can't even tell you an album of theirs that I really don't like at all, or an album that I think is weak. I think they have consistent quality over and over and over again. Now, their first album is very jarring, very beginner, very amateur, but they were still finding their footing. They definitely weren't the metalcore band that they are now. And like I said, I honestly think they have consistently great music throughout their entire discography. They have so many albums that when I listen to them, I will listen to them from start to finish. They have some of the most no-skip albums I've ever listened to, and that's why Ice Nine Kills is such a great band. Like I said, even their early stuff, like earlier being a little too scene, I don't really hear that scene or emo stuff in there. Not really. I mean, there's a lot of clean vocals in it, which I think is fine. And you know what? I think the clean vocals is actually what helps it progress. Because if he was just constantly screaming, it'd get kind of, I don't know, they wouldn't be that fascinating. But since Spencer does have a lot of singing involved with his stuff, and he's a quality singer, he sounds poppy. He has that poppy, emo sounding clean vocals, but that's fine. It matches the music perfectly. And when he combines it with his screams and growls, I think it's a great recipe. I think it's great all around. The Ice Nine Kills, man. The only thing that upsets me about Ice Nine Kills is that I used to have an Ice Nine Kills t-shirt. It was Star-Crossed Enemies. I don't know what happened to that. It's just gone. And I can't find it anywhere. That one, my Van Halen shirt. I was happy to find my 69 Eyes shirt. That was awesome. I was happy to find that. But, man,
That Ice Nine Kill shirt was really cool, and I was never able to find it again. Not just never able to find it again, as in find it in my closets, and I lost it before I moved, or anything like that. I mean, like, I can't find it at Hot Topic or any store that sells band shirts, which is, I mean, if I find another Ice Nine Kill shirt that I think looks cool, I'll definitely get it. But yeah, when I say my favorite album of theirs, the album that got me interested in them was Every Trick in the Book, and I think that might be for a lot of people. Fun fact, that was the first album I ever bought digitally because I was just scrolling through Apple Music or iTunes, and it was through they were having like sales on albums. Like I said, I don't buy things digitally, but it was $7. Like, I think there's like 11, 12 songs in there. So I bought it, and I immediately fell in love with the band. I loved them so much that I was just showing my friends who like metalcore who really didn't listen to them. And I genuinely think, like I said, they are up there with the best metalcore bands of all time. They might be like, they are easily in the top 5 without even question. Because I've never had a band that has so many, like, they don't have hundreds of albums or anything like that, but so many albums, and they're all quality albums. They're up there. They are just up there, and it's not, they're not filler albums either. And I can't think of an album that has filler songs on it. I would say I'm probably most nostalgic for Silver Scream. But Every Trick in the Book, man, that was good. And Welcome to Horrorwood, like, these are their most recent albums, but this is what I mean, like, all around their music is just great. I think this might be nostalgia talking, but I might have to go with Every Trick in the Book being my favorite, because like I said, that was my first Ice Nine Kills album. I definitely want to see them live too. And they have fun with their albums, like they did a 9-bit version of their albums before. Man. They also have great music videos. They're definitely more short films that have music in them than they are like straight up music videos, but that's fine. They're fun. They also get a lot of horror movie references, obviously. Like, they got Joe Bop. Ice Nine Kills is just a spectacular band. They're definitely in like they're probably in my top 5 favorite bands. My favorite band, as everyone knows, 6ix9ine is probably like that. It's Van Halen, Queen, Blink-182, Bullet for My Valentine movie number 5. And Ice Nine Kills is probably immediately thereafter. But like, a lot of the reason for Bullet for My Valentine being where it is because I listened to them first, and like, it's a nostalgia thing. And when it comes to Ice Nine Kills, though, Jerky's agreeing with me, if you haven't noticed. Because here's the thing, I know, you love Ice Nine Kills. What's your favorite song? Fastest Way to a Girl's Heart is Through a Rib Cage. That's your favorite. I thought so. Dude, that's how she comes off. That's right, sweetie? But Bullet for My Valentine, I think my brain like goes harder when listening to Bullet for My Valentine, whereas with like, they're definitely more aggressive than Ice Nine Kills. So that's the thing too. It's like, what, I guess it's going to be a what type of mood am I in? Am I in for something that's really oof sounding, or am I in for something that's a little bit lighter, that it occasionally has that oomph in it? And keep in mind, that's not insult to either of them, obviously. I wouldn't be celebrating Ice Nine Kills this much if I didn't like that style. Because they're not in it. They have aggressive songs, obviously. They have a lot of aggressive songs, but they're not like too aggressive of a band. They have that happy balance of being a clean metal band with the screams. And They sort of like, they're like a more angry version of A Day to Remember. Stuff like that. If you listen to Day to Remember, just make it heavier, less pop punky. There you go. That's essentially the style of Ice Nine Kills, at least a loose, liberal way of describing it. I definitely, like I said, I definitely need to see them live. I can't believe I missed it. They're touring right now, but they're not playing anywhere near me. I might actually go out of my way to see them in another state if I can. But we'll see. My favorite song by them could potentially be... I really like Fly a lot. Because that's like Fly is one of those songs I listen to if I'm ever like in a not too happy of a mood, and it's just like kind of like, I'm just like, I feel that. I like Freak Flag a lot because that has no screams in it at all. That's just him singing. And I would like to see them team up loosely either with Alex Terrible or just Lord Bavaria in general to have his vocals in there. I don't know the lead singer's name of this band, but Lorna Shore. That'd be fun too. They might have done that already. But I think it was like I said, they're one of the bands. Farewell to Flesh is actually spectacular, and It Is the End. Both those songs, they're great. Those are both great ways to end the album. I think that I do think the one thing that kind of I didn't like in the director's cut of Silver Scream, the first one, is they added 2 songs at the end of it, and I just think the way It Is the End wraps up the album is the perfect way to do it. I think the bonus songs, while great, mind you, just kind of ruined that pacing. But that's neither, like, more Ice Nine Kills is never a bad thing. And yeah, Ice Nine Kills. If you haven't listened to them, definitely check them out. They're a great metalcore band, and they definitely need to be in the conversation of greatest metalcore bands of all time. Because if you like metalcore and you don't like Ice Nine Kills, I really do think you're missing out. Jerky's trying to make her cameo again. Are you guys gonna get more cat butt? Ice Nine Kills is her favorite band, but you didn't know that. Anyways, I gotta eat, so I'll catch you guys later. Peace.